All right, I'm talking about this again.
Daryl is a liar.
So did James Harden throw a press conference for this specifically, or did he just say, "Hey, you know what? Might as well just throw this one out there"? Random question: are longer socks with shorts the move? I don't know. I've been making YouTube videos for 10 years stuck inside. I have no idea. This is very heartbreaking stuff, man. Just a simple Google search of James Harden, Daryl Morey. Look, I get early Houston Harden, which I can tell because his beard is not all the way there yet. Then we get later on Houston Harden, looking a little more like his actual today self. Then we got them on the plane. How often is it that the GM will meet with the player they just traded for the second they get off the plane? I don't know, maybe it's a normal thing. Then we got this, which, I mean, this is just straight up you could put these two in a sitcom based on this picture right now. Bro, remember James Harden's debut on the Rockets a million years ago after Daryl Morey robbed the Thunder? Who's that on the court with him right now? That's Omer Asik setting the screen. That's Jeremy Lin. I think that was Carlos Delfino. But anyway, it's been a long time, man. Last offseason, James Harden takes on a contract with the Sixers that was less than what I think you would have guessed he was going to get. The Sixers then sign Daniel House and PJ Tucker. The NBA does an investigation into that deal. They dock the Sixers 2 second-round picks for having early discussions with PJ Tucker and Daniel House. And that was kind of it, right? And then after that, we had this offseason that just happened where it's the player option. He wants to get traded, and now this is where we are on the thing, right? And so the question is, was there a handshake agreement? As in, last offseason, it was okay, James, you take less money, and then we'll give you the money you want next offseason, aka the one we're currently in, which is technically against the CBA, but as we all know, or at least as we all believe, there's tampering or early conversations happening all the time. So, okay, there's that. Now, within that, we also had a playoff run in which James Harden had some amazing games against the Celtics and also some bad ones against the Celtics, including that Game 7 that was horrific and made every single Sixers fan not want to deal with James Harden anymore. And then we get the player option, we get the wanting a trade, and now I guess that player option becomes the big thing. And I mean, look, if James Harden would have declined his player option and gone into free agency, I'm not sure he would have gotten the deal that he really wants to get. And I say that because, unless I'm just super remembering this wrong, it felt like the rumors of him returning to Houston just kind of died pretty fast. I don't know, that's a different timeline. And so now we're here, and I mean, I don't know, maybe James Harden was under the assumption that he's definitely getting traded a week after he accepts the player option. I don't know. We're not inside for those types of conversations. And so now I kind of wonder how the rest of the league is viewing this, the players and potential teams. Do you want to trade for James Harden after this? Do you care? Do you not care? I don't know. And then also, how would players around the league view this situation? Do they view the Sixers with a bit of wait a minute, what's going on? Did y'all tell him one thing and then something else? I have no idea. It should be said that there was some reporting that said that Philly, after the investigation from last offseason, they wanted to play everything by as the book as they possibly could because they already got investigated once, so take that for what you will. And then once again, we're looking at Joel Embiid, and we're just saying, or we're asking, is Joel going to try to influence in this some sort of way? So I don't know. Also, I know there's a thing in the CBA, because Bobby Marks has pointed this out, Zach Lowe did as well, where it was if a guy withholds his services for 30 plus days and then becomes a free agent or something, his last team basically has to approve of him going to a new team, signing whatever. I don't think we're going to get to that point. And even if in some crazy world we do, I don't think the Sixers would prevent him from going somewhere. I think they would just be yeah, go ahead, man. So yeah, we'll see. Harden says he doesn't want to play for Daryl Morey at all, which is funny because Daryl Morey doesn't play basketball. He'd get fined a bunch of money if he doesn't show up at all, right?